Jackie sat at her kitchen table, absent-mindedly scrolling through her phone, when it rang. An unknown number flashed across the screen. She frowned, swiping the call away without a second thought. Telemarketers, scam calls, it could be anything. She went back to her scrolling, unaware that she had just ignored the first ripple in what would become a haunting storm. Several days passed before Jackie noticed the voicemail notification. Odd, she thought. She rarely missed calls, especially not ones that left messages. She pressed play. At first, the sound was nearly unintelligible. Faint, garbled static crackling through the phone's speaker. She was about to delete it, when something in the noise made her pause. The static shifted, and underneath it, a voice. Soft, familiar.
Jackie.
Her breath caught in her throat. The voice was familiar, achingly so, but that couldn't be. The voice, no matter how similar, was impossible. Her mother had passed 5 years ago. She shook her head, writing it off as a weird coincidence. Maybe someone who knew her mother was reaching out? Still, she couldn't shake the unsettling weight that settled over her. She listened again.
Jackie, I know what you've been carrying. It's time to let go.
A cold wave of dread washed over her as the words seeped into her bones. It wasn't just the message that disturbed her. It was the sound. Her mother's voice, speaking from somewhere beyond the grave. Jackie's pulse quickened, hands trembling as she fumbled with her phone. How could this be? The next few days were restless. Nightmares invaded her sleep, filled with images of her mother, distant, yet present. She found herself revisiting old memories, things she thought she had buried along with her mother. Regrets, arguments, words never spoken. Could it be that her mother was trying to tell her something? Some unfinished business, something unresolved? The message played over and over in her mind, each listen twisting her deeper into a spiral of guilt and confusion. She found herself at her mother's gravesite one stormy afternoon, the air thick with moisture and the smell of earth. Her mother's headstone was simple, the name carved into the stone worn by time. Jackie knelt, feeling the weight of years of unresolved feelings pressing down on her. "Mom, I'm sorry," she whispered, her voice shaking. "I've held on to so much. I didn't know how to let it go." The wind howled through the trees, but beneath it all, Jackie could swear she heard it again, that faint, static-laced whisper.
"It's okay, Jackie. I forgive you."
A chill ran down her spine, but instead of fear, a strange warmth followed. She stood, feeling lighter, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. Walking away from the grave, Jackie felt a quiet sense of closure, a sense that, somehow, the unanswered call had been heard. The message had found its way to her, from wherever her mother now resided. For the first time in years, Jackie felt at peace.